What's going on, Sneaks and Gamers? I hope so too. This is Donnie Fire Avenue, host and representative of Cool Generations. CG plus G4, what a good thing. Note to self, some true facts I just found out looking at on the internet. First off, I want to say I want to apologize to my family. I love y'all much, but I felt as if you're even there, I could have been raised differently. I want to say child neglect. The things I'm looking up now, I should have, maybe if I was raised differently, I would have learned about this world or this earth a little bit more sooner. I've been getting mad lately, and I've been kind of figuring that I need protection. So for me to start off, instead of me finding a street gun, I can actually get my G license and actually go to a weapon shop and buy a gun. Did you know that science shows that the first human weapon was in the Chinese, that they used bamboo and gunpowder? Like 400, I think they said BC, they used bamboo sticks and spears, but they actually used gunpowder and put it in bamboo and used them as guns. These were the first human weapons. What's the difference between, what's the purpose of a Republican and a Democrat if most people are sheriffs, elected sheriffs? I forget the committee or however that gets to elect sheriffs, but sheriffs are typically over the police and they control a lot of things in the community. But sheriffs are elected by court officials. What is the statistic in race and political party of most government officials? What's the purpose of a Republican and Democrat? Um, I was looking at something on the internet and it said something like Republicans believe in carrying weapons in front of people, and Democrats believe that they shouldn't, have weapons around people. Um, Republicans, I forget, it was something else. So what's the difference? What's the situation of a person that's getting governmental assistance versus someone who has a job and doing everything on their own? And the things that are in their home, they're being victimized. The papers that's on their wall, what they draw, what they upload. It even goes down to mortgages. If you buy a home for $38,000, why do you still have to pay mortgage? You should just be paying electric and water. So they say Republicans are trying to stop mortgage relief programs. Why are they doing this? The origin of police officers wasn't in the beginning of time, it was just a couple hundred years ago. So that means if a crime was committed, who did you resort to before a police officer? And they said it was sheriffs. But three major religions rule the world: Jews, Islam, and Buddhism. I asked the Google mic, I said, why do certain apps and websites want the access to your camera, phone, and microphone? And it said because they want to sell your personal information. And I asked them, I say, who wants to sell your personal information? I forget who they said, but they want to sell your personal information for marketing. And that lets me know that people capitalize off of that. So if you in your phone and you have the new Batman or you have raunchy photos, they're selling this for some odd reason. They think that if whoever they're victimizing, whatever's in their phone, they feel that now is the time to market and advertise what this certain person is interested in their phone. are in their photos. Why do they think like that? They have movements that can help you protect your personal information from being leaked and being compromised and marketed. So if you're interested in that, you can look that up and have people protect your personal data. But let's back up. Let's go further into the police. Okay, so the police has an array of projectiles they can use to prove their points, but it wasn't always the police. So maybe the jealous police, they didn't like what they seen, so they ran around bringing everybody to their demise for a gain that's, I would say, is based on jealousy. They didn't like what they seen, or they didn't like what people was running telling them about. Why do people, just as some 100 years ago, and they said that the police originated in New York City. So imagine that. New York City is one of the most fast-paced areas in the world, and it's just, I feel it's ironic and it's disgusting that the police originated in New York City. A lot of things on here you can't find on YouTube. A lot of stuff. Me personally, if you want my opinion, anything that anybody's talking about right now is just cover-ups and perpetration, because I would rather listen to anything that came out 13, 13 years ago. They said that YouTube came out in 2005. So I asked them, I said, what educational source was people running to before they ran to YouTube? And I found the answer to it, but I can't think of it right now. So who did people run to when they wanted justice, when they felt like they needed help? I personally thought this was going to say gangs, and it may have said the current church, but I think I didn't find a source to it. So who, what was life like before polices were brought into this world, this earth? You're moving people all around this guy, and you're telling people to live in this area, in this community with this person, and you know this person is battling a situation where he's or she's very homicidal. I know personally for a fact that if a person is fatally injured or dead, if they have the perseverance, they can be resuscitated and brought back to life. That's even if they have a shot. That's even if they get shot in the head. If they have the willpower and they have the perseverance and the faith, they can be resuscitated by doctors. So when you get done watching Euphoria or The Equalizer in your spare time, who are you going back to sit and watch victimize and watch privately? Who are you going to go back to laugh at secretly as being a sneak and victimized? This is educational. This is something like the Board of Education. I'm giving you information of things that I'm being taught, I'm being learned, I'm interested in on the internet. To go furthermore, I asked, what is the race of most lieutenants and colonels and battalion majors in the United States Army? And they said that they were whites. Why do I have to have a high school diploma and take all these tests to fight in the United States Army? And I asked, if I'm fighting in the United States Army, who am I fighting against? And it said people like Afghanistan, Yemen, Iraq. I'm like, okay, so that's who they're fighting against. But I didn't go further into why they're fighting against these people. So not to knock the police department, the jealous police, but now that you're of age, you're mature, and you want to know more, who do you want to fight for? Because you have four different things you can fight for. You can fight for the badge, you can fight for Jews, you can fight for Islam, or you can fight for Buddhism. If there's another one, we can comment, we can network. Who do you want to fight for? And to make a long story short, it's barbaric. What are you fighting for? I would imagine that it's because of jealousy. I said in my last videos that sex and money is something to be extremely mad about and do something that could land you big jail time or put in jail or dead. There's a difference between lusting and concerning about the opposite sex or your loved one. Lust is like worrying about a woman who's not even your girlfriend, what she's doing. That's lusting. But someone that's actually your girlfriend and your wife, to know her whereabouts and what she's doing when you're not there, that's not lust. That's called concern. To want to have sexual intercourse and be intimate with your wife a lot is not lusting. That's called love. That's being romantic. I'm hearing something like the free world, like you can do whatever you want to do, as if you don't need a driver's license anymore. Um, do whatever you want to do as long as you don't kill nobody, because that's like the biggest thing. If you take somebody's life away, you have to do the crime. And I guess right now this proxy war is going on. If I'm hacking or phishing or selling private information or deleting data, am I sentenced to death or am I sentenced to life, or is it just, a smack on the wrist? This is the proxy war that's going on right now. People using technology for evil ways or to gain needless information if one doesn't even care about this earth and another doesn't even care about this continent. Cars now can be operated using water or battery powered, which, you know, kills the reason of using dangerous gas, which means that I would imagine snipers in the airspace, the new 12, can actually shoot your car and make your car explode if you're their enemy. Riding against the yellow line, swerving. There's no barricade in between the roads. This is the world, the earth that I lived in. There was a two yellow bar divided, so like um, ongoing cars going two separate ways could smash in together, and that's just how this earth was, this world was. Right now, I'm dealing with this virus called COVID-19. Ironically, so people flushing marijuana, flushing phlegm, snot, all type of medicines in the toilet, even though they chop it into pieces, but you may have to realize that you're dead because of the gross things people throw down the toilet into the water system. Allies, that's what we should be. We should be more allies rather than being jealous and barbaric and fighting battles because of sex and money, because of um, that's just that's just the domination that we're in. Just the same as bed bugs. Like I've never heard of bed bugs till I moved up north. My mom and dad always told me, go to sleep, sleep tight, let the bed bugs bite. But I never imagined that bed bugs were real. Bed bugs come from, they say, from being gross, or they come from other people. Why is this person itching? Why are they do you know that insects come out of nowhere? Insects come out of nowhere like a twinkle. So why is this person itching and freaking out? It's because of astrology and synchronization and someone victimizing you and watching you privately. This is why you're itching and freaking out. Or maybe I speak for myself. This is why I be itching and freaking out. I would imagine that Democrats and Republicans, I would imagine that a Democrat is a black person and that a Republican is a white person. Um, and right now, I can't really remember what I read, but I think I was always saying I was a Democrat, but I may be a Republican, but I thought this difference was because of money issues. A Democrat was poor, a Republican was rich, but science always changes because of once upon a time. But I think if I double track, I think I probably would be a Republican. Me personally, Sneaks and Gamers, I was born 1987. Right now is year 2020. So anything right now 2021, 2020, 2019. I think it's just them blowing smoke up your ass because you gotta believe anything 13 years ago because I feel like that's when life just started. People didn't really know what a computer was. Everything switched over from black and white to white. Everything, all these video games and all these color TVs and stuff like that, as far as I know. So I think I wouldn't believe anything a person said right now because they're always changing stuff in the computer. They're always switching educational stuff around. I don't know if it's for some own type of personal gain or conquest, or they wanna create an argument. They wanna create a discussion. So which one is it? Because people lie. A mouth is anything. La 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 la. La 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 la. A mouth can say anything. Man, it hurts my heart to know that the guy noticed I was barking. You got sneak doctors, you got sneak scientists. I was always told that it's illegal to experiment on humans to turn animals into humans. I keep hearing right now that there are hybrids and there are humans. Um, I'm kind of handicapped myself. I'm schizophrenic, bipolar. I have anxiety problems, but I actually am very smart, and I actually see clearly as if I was. There's nothing wrong with me. But I think that it's kind of really eye blinky to be among people that are not really human. They're like science experiments or guinea pigs playing around in the real world in these trenches and these swamps and these alleyways. Meanwhile, most of these people they're already information for something. Gaining access to your location is invasion of privacy, and it's that goes against the Constitution, which they've been trying to change for a long time. So if I'm fighting for you, what's the outcome of being up underneath your wing? What gain can I receive? Okay, so you're standing my name, you're moving too quick, you fight your own battles, but you're moving too quick, and to the point that these people they don't spend all their money and they don't remember who they were, to the point they can't even support honest hustling. They don't have a brain to I guess they still see the bucket and they still see the candy bars, but you move so fast and you think that you can do it yourself and you're an expert and you did it all wrong. You have to instill in these people's minds to want to invest in different things. So who are you standing in line for? Who gets to print the money? The government or your local police department? Who is spending money with you in your business? Who is investing in your business or marketing and not slandering your name, making you look bad? I mean, I know that you're a dork and I know that you're ready, and I don't mean for you to go and experience algorithms. I apologize, but this had to be said. It's